Now, regarding the critical theorist view of society, they really viewed society with very profound disillusionment and despair. That of a totally administered society, typified by an underlying conformity and absence of social resistance. And generally, they analogize mass mediated cultural objects with industrial mass production, with its attendant commodification, standardization, and massification. They wrote quite prominently of this phenomena in the culture industries, one of their more well known um, contribution. I believe it's in the culture industry selected essays on mass culture. And it was that in their view that those who possess great wealth and who control the dominant institutions in capitalist societies utilize the culture industry, which really they used as an umbrella term for the mass production of popular culture. But they use these products, the culture industry products, to manipulate the consciousness of the masses in order to maintain current economic, political, and social institutions. And sometimes what's confused many people, what exactly do they mean by the culture industry? And really, the culture industry is, one could consider popular culture, film, art, um, technological apparatuses, you name it, things that they viewed as an effort by those in power to kind of just satisfy people through this consumption of these products to um, mollify the people, individuals, into acquiescence, into acceptance of the things the way they are. Now, the Frankfurt School saw this mass produced culture as a danger to the more difficult high art and went to great pains, especially Adorno, to distinguish between what was considered high art and what was considered low art. And generally, they believed that art should express the experience of suffering and the human condition to lead individuals to a place of true fulfillment, to illuminate social inequality and eschew materialism. This is a hallmark of the culture industry, the materialism that Adorno talks about so despairingly. Alternatively, by manipulating generating needs that could only be satisfied by capitalism, the Frankfurt School viewed the culture industry as an impediment to true enlightenment, individuality, and here you see a quote from Adorno about the effect of the culture industry, the anti-enlightenment that it produces. They rejected the notion as absurd that the culture industry merely produced, and in great amount, that which the masses demanded. Manufacturers of cultural products would use in defense is that they're only giving the audience what it wants. And speaking of the audience, the critical theorists' view or nature of the audience was that within this environment, they viewed the masses became so involved in consumer culture and mindless entertainment offered by popular culture that the individuals became brainwashed by the mass media, that they forget their class identities and the need for major structural economic and political changes in their society. Now, here you can hear in this excerpt from Adorno and Horkheimer's Dialectic of Enlightenment. You can see where they reflect quite badly on the condition of the masses. And here's a final quote by Adorno, reflecting on the dire state of the objectified yet deluded masses. He says that if the masses have been unjustly reviled from above as masses, the culture industry is not among the least responsible for making them into masses, and then despising them while obstructing the emancipation for which human beings are as ripe as the productive forces of the epoch permit.